It's been 8 months since these streets echoed to the sound of the Red Army. It was the controversial Champions League match against Atletico Madrid on the eve of lockdown. There was a surge in COVID deaths a month later. Now another army has arrived, and lifelong Liverpool fans Mike and Pat have returned, not to watch a game, but to have a test.
With the numbers going up very quickly, and in the northwest and Liverpool in particular, I think it was a good choice by the mayor and by the government to push for this testing, because we need to get the numbers right down.
Anfield is now one of 38 test centres, part of the first ever attempt to test a whole city in the UK.
It seems a big ask, test up to 500,000 people with just a week's notice to set it up. And in this city, Labour councils are more used to fighting Tory governments than working with them. But on this occasion, the council felt it had no choice.
The death rate from COVID-19 was one of the highest in the UK. So far, 55,000 people have taken the rapid lateral flow test here. That's only just over 10% of the city's population. 373 of them tested positive.
It's only 3 weeks ago that we had 680 people per 100,000 in our city that were COVID positive. Now that is down to below 300, and it means that there's less pressure on our NHS and our ICU units in our hospitals. So I think it's working with tier 3 measures as well, and with the national lockdown.
Just pass that to somebody through the window. They should be along soon to expand your test to you.
Test centres have even been set up in schools in Liverpool. Data published today from the ONS shows the highest rates of infection are amongst young people, many of whom have no symptoms.
You should just take it. There's nothing wrong. There's got nothing to lose from taking it. It just gives people a better opportunity to see who is getting the virus and how many people are carrying it.
So far, the parents of less than half of the students here have agreed to a test. None of those 400 came back as positive.
Have any said no, though?
A number have said no, but because they've done the community testing at the weekend, so they said no, thanks very much. We've already done it as a family, and they've been part of that process throughout the community, which is what we want to buy into.
Have any said no because they don't agree with their child being tested at school?
A small number, but it is a very, very small number.
Not everyone, it seems, is happy with testing in schools. This footage, filmed outside a different school, is now being investigated by police.
Do not get tested in school! If you get tested in school, they're going to lock you down for Christmas!
Without the army, this pilot would never have taken off. Initially here for 2 weeks, the 2,000 soldiers are now expected to stay until the end of the month.
This is vital. I mean, it's the biggest challenge in, I think, my professional career. The coronavirus is spreading, and you don't know if you're carrying it, and that's the point. You don't know if you're carrying it. You may well feel perfectly well. We are taking it extremely seriously.
Liverpool's experiment at mass testing has really only just begun. Yet another 67 locations are about to do the same. The search continues to find ways to control this pandemic, with a stark warning from SAGE, the government's scientific advisors, that returning to the tier system after lockdown won't be enough.